here we go. This is where the magic happens. So the reason why I'm playing on easy will become clearer as time goes on, but there is a specific reason for it, and most of it has to do with the last stage. You think of a more badass way to start off a game, really? So when I said this is a skill-based game, what I meant mostly was that a lot of emphasis is on precision of where you put your shurikens. This is the power-up. It's pretty much the best thing in the game. It does double damage to pretty much any enemy you're fighting, which really speeds things up, but it's also really hard to keep unless you're, like, precision perfect. The first stage is pretty nice to you, actually. It doesn't throw a whole lot at you that can really trip you up. I was shooting for a perfect here. Needless to say, it's been a long time since I've played this game, so that's not going to happen. Fortunately, I managed to hold on to the power-up for quite a while here. I always love that running dash he does. Also, the fact that you can climb was pretty big playing this game growing up, actually. So that guy takes 2 hits if you don't have the power-up, which is more annoying than you might think on normal, since they take quite a bit longer to kill, and they do a lot more damage. This is the mid-boss of the stage, I guess you can say. See if you can figure out what his pattern is. The timing on this is actually a lot harder than it looks. You pretty much have about half a second to hit him with the shuriken before he puts his guard back up. I missed it there. I missed it there again. That's the timing. Pretty easy mid-boss. This is where the game throws its first pits at you. You're going to see them coming up pretty soon. Fortunately, you can just climb over them if you really want to. No enemies in places that can knock you into the pit. This isn't Ninja Gaiden. It doesn't want to kill you, but it's not going to make things particularly easy for you either. Like here, I just lost the power up. Oh, wait, no I didn't. How'd I do that? Leaping off walls just like Batman. A lot easier to control that though in this game. That actually looks like a gap, but really it's just a waterfall hiding a platform, so I don't know why it makes it look like that. Just run right over it. Kill the guy. Pretty easy, right? We just had this obstacle. Ah, that was stupid. There goes my perfect. Yeah, those bums. That one got me. I'm sloppy here. Pretty much at the end. Yep. There we go. Full health. So I used to call this. Oh, right, this. Yeah, so you can have 4 specific ninjutsus that you can pick from. Didn't really need to use this. As you can probably tell, this is just a shield. Takes about 3 or 4 hits and then disappears and you start taking damage again. You'll be seeing this one most often. There's also a fire one that's not really useful. And there's also one that makes you jump higher, which is really handy in one stage in particular. And then there's one that blows you up at the cost of a life, doing a ton of damage, which is really handy for taking out some bosses later in the game really easily. So I used to call this guy Blue Lobster as a kid. I don't know why. He's just a generic samurai like the mid-boss guys you fought, except he takes a lot more damage. His pattern is pretty much just jump kick him and jump right over him as he slides across the ground, but for some reason I managed to screw that up anyway. If you have the power up, this guy goes really fast. You can pretty much take him down in about 20 seconds, but of course I had to go and lose it, so I'm forced to jump kick him to death here. little tedious. That's not as handy as it looks, but it also happens to kill this boss, which is really cool. I do a dramatic pose there to finish him off. You get a little bit of art, round clear, points tally, old school game. Easy first